Guess who's back? Back again. You know I'm moving up in the world because I got the brand name bottled water now. Check that out. I'm so dry lately. Oh, God. No, but really, did you miss me? I bet you missed me. I missed me. I still miss me. I'm so busy lately, I actually feel like I miss myself. Like I'm off somewhere while another version of me handles all the shit that I've been handling lately. But no, yeah, we're back. Hashtag Weiwo Real Ones. We're back, and we're bad. We're bad in the way that is in that 90s, late 80s, early 90s way. Late 80s? It was earlier than that, was it? Fuck! Welcome back to What Are You Working On? It's been a few weeks. Hiatus went a little longer than expected due to reasons that I will explain, but if you're new to the show, this is the weekly productivity series. I've been calling it a writing series because I'm a writer, but it's really about whatever you're out there working on. So it's a community of productive accountability. The title just keeps getting longer with each episode. But yeah, every week I come at you, I tell you what I've been working on, then you hit the comments below, right below my double chin, and my chest, No, but you hit the comments and you tell me what you've been working on. You keep me up to date on all your projects, and we kind of hold each other accountable and support each other. I will answer any questions you want to ask me. You want to bounce ideas off me, whatever you need. If you hit the comments, you are guaranteed to get a reply. And that's what this whole gig is about. So yeah, I missed the last 2 weeks, which men, what the fuck am I doing? So that means it's been about 3 weeks since I've come at you, so hopefully you've gotten a lot done. Not this last weekend, because it was, obviously Avengers and Game of Thrones, and nobody did anything for like 3 days after that because you were processing. More so if you're also a fan of the show Barry, which you should be because it's brilliant. The last episode of Barry was better than the last episode of Game of Thrones, empirically hands down, and I will hear no argument about it. That's all the comments are going to be about. Nobody's going to say shit about what they've been doing now that I said that. Now that I mentioned Game of Thrones, it's just all going to be shit about Game of Thrones. I've doomed myself. I should edit all of this out. But yes, there's a reason that the hiatus that was originally planned for my wife's and I vacation for her birthday, which turned out to be a terrible trip, by the way. I won't bore you with the details, but it was not good. We had each other and we did what we could, but it was like outside forces that just made it a really shitty trip. But anyway, the big thing that I want to announce that I've kind of been hinting at for a while is that I have been contracted to write for In Exile, the fantastic company behind the Wasteland series of video games. I'm doing work for them, yeah, I can't say anything about the projects I'm working on, obviously, because video game industry, video game secrecy, tightly held secrets, it all goes hand in hand. So I can't really talk about that. But I can tell you that I am doing work for In Exile. It's my first gig as a video game writer. I'm very excited about it. I've been doing it consistently for like 2 weeks now. I started in earnest when we got back from vacation, and doing a bunch of stuff for them. And it's really fantastic. It's a great team of people that I'm working with, producers and directors and other writers. And again, it's my first industry job working on video games, which I love. I love video games, lifelong video game fan. So it's very exciting. I've always wanted to do this, and I'm finally getting the opportunity. Got to thank Nathan Long, my longtime friend Nathan Long, who helped hook me up with this immense opportunity. Thank you, Nathan, and your very stylish pajamas. He knows. It's an in-joke. Don't worry about it. No, but yeah, Nathan hooked me up because Nathan's a good dude. And that really got me thinking about like networking. Because like we've been hearing a lot about that on Twitter lately, especially with everything that's happening with the WGA, the Writers Guild of America, and the agencies and packaging. If you've been following all that stuff, if you're not like into TV writer Twitter, maybe you haven't heard it. But yeah, and I'm not going to go into that whole thing, but because of what's happening with TV writers and their agents, there's been a lot of focus on writers helping writers, and a lot of talk about networking among writers. And writers helping writers is the way it should be, especially in really exclusive industries like television writing. And game writing can be that way too. So that's a very important thing. But when we talk about networking, and I'm going to keep this brief because, again, this is supposed to be about what we're working on, but I like to include lessons that come up as we're working on things. When we're talking about networking, it occurred to me that the best networking, and this is going to sound really tried and contrived, but it's the absolute truth. The best networking I've ever done has just been making friends. Like, not network, like getting to know other people, other writers, and other industry professionals, whether it's television writing or publishing or games writers or whatever it is. Just getting to know other people in those industries and becoming friends with them just because, like, we connect and I become friends with them. Not because I'm, like, working them for a gig, you know? Like, that is never... I've tried to do that sometimes. I've tried to, like, say, okay, I'm going to meet people just to network and I'm going to schmooze. I'm going to do the schmoozing thing. That is literally never once that I can remember panned out for me professionally. What has helped me professionally is I make friends with someone, and then like 10 years later, they end up helping me out because we're friends and they're in a position to do so. Then that's the absolute truth. Like Nathan, I've known for 10 years. He wasn't even a video games writer when I met him and knew him originally. My agent that I have now, I met him through Mer Lafferty, who I do the Ditch Diggers podcast with, who I've been friends with for like 15 years or something ridiculous. And just the more I think about it, the television projects I'm working on right now and the people that are helping me with that are all friends that I made with no ulterior motive. It's just all relationships that I've developed over the years that eventually you get in. And, you know, I've done the same thing for people as I've been able to. Like friends that I have that needed help. If I was in a position to help them, I did it. It's writers helping writers, creators helping creators, industry professionals helping industry professionals. That's how it should be. But I think that the best relationships stem from a place of like genuine friendship, and not because you were like, I need to meet other writers so that a decade later they can help me. Like that was never on my mind when I made friends with the people who have been the most help in my career. So if I was gonna like turn that into advice, I would just say the best networking is not networking. It's just making friends and connecting with the people that you genuinely connect with. You know, and that's just not having that ulterior motive. Like this is a professional relationship or professional acquaintance. I like this person. We have a lot in common because we do a lot of the same things. I think I'm gonna like, you know, hang out with them. That's the best way to do things. So I like networking to me isn't the best networking to me isn't networking. It's just meeting people and making friends, which can be hard because I don't like people. I don't. That's why in my case I think it's ended up working that way because I don't like people and I especially don't like other writers as a group. I don't like being in groups of creative people. I find it insufferable. So like the few people that I forged really good friendships with, you know, I tend to like, if you're my friend, I take that very seriously because like I don't just call everybody my friend or think of everybody as my friend. So I think that's why in my case it's worked. Because I developed so few strong relationships, they tend to be really strong, lasting relationships. I don't know, take that for whatever it's worth. So yeah, as I said, that's been a lot of my time is getting into this video game writing thing. Wish I could give you more details, but I can't. Because all of this happened while I was trying to finish Savage Bounty, like I'm still trying to get that pounded out. I'm at the end, I'm trying to get it polished off as fast as I can. But just there's so much going on right now because I had to start doing the games writing gig. I'm still finishing Savage Bounty. I got copy edits on Savage Legion, which again is the first book coming out next year on my new series, and I'm working on the second book now. But I got copy edits for that I had to do at the same time. And yeah, it's been so overwhelming the last few weeks with everything that's going on. I'm just kind of struggling to stay on top of it. I'm still doing the Ditch Diggers podcast and recording. I recorded with Mer Lafferty, and I QA'd and did show notes for more episodes of that. The new one should be coming out soon. A couple have dropped since the last time I talked to you, so go check that out. But it's just, yeah, I feel like I forget things. The whole point of the show is I tell you what I've been working on, and I'm working on so many things, I like forget to include things that I'm doing. But yeah, so it's just all the different things, and this show again takes time. So I'm at that place where like I've got this steady gig that I'm doing, and I have to find a way to balance that with all of my freelance work, which I had to do last year when I was doing that marketing job. And then when I finally started to figure that out, like the company shut down the office and I lost the job. So like the minute I finally started finding some balance, I didn't have to do it anymore. Then of course you get used to not having to do that. I was just focusing on my book stuff and my freelance stuff. And now it's like I have to learn to do it all over again. So we'll see how that goes. You'll see how that goes because I'll be telling you how that's going. And since I can't get into specifics of what I'm doing for Red Exile, most of what I tell you will just be about how I'm balancing that with all of my other shit. So, fun journey that's coming up, and you get to go on it with me right from the first step. Isn't that exciting? So yeah, I've prattled on long enough. That's what's been going on. Awful birthday vacation, new gig. Trying to handle the old gigs and just balls in the air. Just this is me juggling before you get any like gutter thoughts. That'll be a meme. Somebody will meme that. Somebody will make a GIF out of that. I wonder what will I be juggling when you make the meme. Anyway, hit the comments. What have you been working on? How is all of your stuff going? Long time Weiwo real ones. Let me in on how everything's been going. I've missed y'all. I want to hear about it. If you're new to the show, let's get the dialogue started. Hit the comments. Tell me what you do and what you've got going on, and we'll go from there. But I'm excited to hear from everybody. I hope the last few weeks have been kind to you. If they're not, we'll get you back on track. Hit the comments. We'll make it all happen. Hashtag Weiwo Real Ones. It's how we do. So yes, please everyone, like this video, share this video on social media, subscribe to this channel, hit that little bell notification so you know every Friday you get a little reminder when the new episode of What Are You Working On drops, and it'll keep you on task. Do all those things for me. I'd really appreciate it. We've been growing the channel and the show. We've been growing the community. It's going really well, and I want to keep it happening. Do me a favor and do all those things for me, and I will see you next week. Hashtag Team Hamshackle. Hashtag Weiwo Real Ones. Out.